Hello, good friends. Welcome to this new episode of Sketching the Eye. So, we're going to be sketching this starting by a circle. Next, draw another circle in the center of the first circle, a smaller circle like this. This one will be for the paper. Now, you're going to do all this again. Okay, follow the guide. It's very simple and practical. Next, we have this. I'm going to draw another small circle around the top right corner. This will be for the highlight of the eye. So next, I'm going to draw in the curve of the eye with a different color. I'm using orange so you can understand it's a different shape. Okay. Next, we're going to be transposing this. I'm going to group this and take it right down to your left so you can see how I add up every line step by step. There's a reason for that. So next will be this. This stage, I'm going to be adding the tear gland. I'm using another color, pink, for that. So you can see the different colors I use. And the shapes are very simple. Even a child can do this, I'll be going next. I chose another color, purple, for the eyelid. And why not? Maybe the purple again for the eye bag. Yeah. And that's the shape. Very simple. And that's another one for the eye shaft. So I'm gonna take this. This is the final line. That's the final structure, which I will just enlarge, pull down the opacity just enough for me to see through to resketch everything from scratch. So it's very simple. Next, we go to reducing the opacity, which is very simple to do. Okay, I just want it enough so that I can see through to sketch everything from scratch. I'll go and get a gray shade. Yes, not that dark anyway. That's enough. And I'm gonna pick my brush. I'll take a pen. So because I want to do just rough hatching, I'm gonna take a pen, choose a new page, choose the tone again, why not? A suitable one. Okay, so I'll go out refining everything back from scratch, okay? Refining the final form I want. So you can see why I started with the rough shapes. It helps me position everything. And when I reduce the opacity, I can easily go over again to get my final shape. Beginners, you can use this one. It's really gonna help you get more confidence, because if you're trying to sketch without using shapes generally, you will have a hard time for real and you might get discouraged. There's a reason why I'll be advising you to use this method. So I start by shading all the iris. That's the darkest spot on the human's face, on the human eye anyway. So I use flat black there and here. So the outline of the iris, I try to emphasize on it, making it darker to above before I start the shading. So I'll take a lighter tone of gray, which I'll apply on every place, every area on the eye shaft. Yeah, that's fine. So I emphasize above because there's always a shadow casted up there. So emphasizing on this helps me create a gradient that makes it appear like a curve. So I go over again with the darker shade of gray. Alright, I go gradually from light to dark, because I don't want to mess up the whole thing. So the best way to do that will be going through with darker shades. Here I can emphasize again, I want it a little darker, but I can't just go all at once. Now I can get black to redefine my iris. Not that everything is just rough. I'm not trying to be perfect, yeah. But in the imperfection, you'll be still able to see the result. So here I take a lighter shade of gray. I try to make the shape stand out, detach the shape from the other line, because indeed that's how it is in real life. On the tail gland, I get a gray shade, a little darker, just emphasize on the form. So you always see I come with gray shades alone, because a shadow is always casted because of the eyelid that pushes forward. Now, this is the time to work on the skin tone, and mind you, the skin tone is always darker than the eye. Whatever you do, just always make sure, even if the person is so fair in complexion, try as much as possible to use a darker shade of gray on the skin. Alright, so at this point I'm trying to cast the shadow of the brow, muscle. Yeah, so keep adding little tones of gray, little shades of gray, darker than the previous one. That's how you keep going over, and you see how it starts to render, starts to appear gray. Now let's take a darker shade, go over it again, and I'm not applying this on every single corner. So one thing I would like to emphasize, always make sure to work from a reference picture. Even if you are using this guide, use a reference picture. Now it's time to add in the lower eyelashes. So follow the same orientation. Always follow the same orientation, it's important. Now use a darker shade to emphasize on that shadow. I want it to stand out. That's why I come over it again. Over here again, I can emphasize on the darker shade because I want it to appear bold. Now we go on to the eyelashes. You see how the right eyelashes fall onto the right and the left fall onto the left, but in the middle they stay up straight. That's how it looks like. So with the eyelashes, you can see how bold it appears now. So every single detail is important, but do not overemphasize on some unnecessary details. Try as much as possible to emphasize on dark and light. It is an important stage in the process, so you won't get to stress out without seeing any result. Yeah, so just follow these guides. You can rewatch the video over and over again. It's really gonna help you because it's very straightforward and practical. So I'll be dropping more videos as we go. If you have any questions or any suggestions, please drop it in the comment section, and yeah, I'll be out to help you. So at the end, you'll see my Instagram page. You can follow me on Instagram, on Facebook for more videos. Sometimes I do post some short videos that might be helpful for beginners like you. So tell me what you think. You have any suggestions about my video, my process, about everything. I'll be happy to hear from you because it helps me grow.